Good evening. It is, what day is it? It's Wednesday, 7 p.m. And this is the Notts versus Chesterfield preview. Yeah, that was epic fail. I ain't done that for a few weeks. Let me just go there. What was I going to say? Evening, Harry. That's what I was going to say.
Evening, Mark. How you doing?
Not bad. You know what it is, though? Have you got over Saturday's result? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still I'm buzzing over it, but yeah, I think it's time to move on now. On to the next one.
For sure, we have some look back at it.
Yeah, we can.
Oh no, not that one. It was the other one. It's this one. What a goal by Ollie to get it started. And then we've got... Yeah, everything's in order until you want to... that scene down that corner was amazing. It was brilliant. You know, if he was in that corner...
I mean, they always do it.
What an editor. That's Jodie's first ever editor as well.
Yeah.
You know what? I was shocking to learn that.
I think next time he needs to do it with his eyes open.
Yeah, and there weren't really much else in that game, really, was there?
No.
I mean, I do think though, and I'm glad Jodie hasn't been credited with it, but Priestley's goal, I sort of think if Jones don't get that boot on it and it deflects it don't go in. I think it either goes wide or Belshaw saves it. You know what I mean? That's in my opinion. But the best thing was this from Saturday's game. Apart from the goals, that was the best thing. That's what made it worthwhile.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, up until the substitutions, we was dreadful on Saturday.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I don't know how we won it, but 3 points is 3 points at the end of the day.
It was. And Matt Sadler's been sacked today as well.
Yeah, no.
Which, and you know what? Some you seen the result last night. I was talking to Marsh. I know he was going, "Oh, they need to sack him tonight." After that, I'm thinking, but will they? Because they gave him all that time before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just like now, it's strange timing, but enough time. There's enough games. What, 11 games? 10 games?
No.
So they've still got, 10.
Yeah.
We've got 11, haven't we? But they've got 10 games to put it right. And I think, looking back at last season with us, we should have perhaps done that last season. And I did say that last season. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so let's have... Chesterfield ain't going to be easy this week. It's not going to be easy, one bit.
It's never easy, though, is it? We always do it.
Look at the league table. So MK Don's going to second, 3 points above Cambridge. I played a game more. They played a game more than us. If we win that game in hand, we go 3 points behind them. But Bromley's still at top with a 2 point lead. MK Don's 68, Cambridge 65, is 64, Swindon 63, Salford 61. They're getting too close though. The Grimsby on 56, Chesterfield 56, Crewe Alexander 56, then Barnet. They got Newport and Harrogate at the bottom. You know what I mean? This is a business end of the season, and I think Saturday's a must-winning game. Like last Saturday was a must-win game.
Yeah, no, I saw something earlier about Oldham. With their form, could they possibly go inside the playoffs? The last 11 or 10 games remaining.
Yeah, it's quite possible. You know what I mean? I mean, we've lost what, 2 in the last 5?
Yeah.
We won 2, drawn 1. Chesterfield have lost what, 1, 2. They've lost 2 as well. Got 2 wins and 1 draw. We've got on in the same similar sort of form
Yeah.
to each other. I mean, there's one stat which I was quite shocked at. The Chesterfield have drawn the most games in League Two. Notts County ain't drawn a game in 4. The Chesterfield ain't drawn a game in 3.
You know what? Now Saturday will be a draw, won't it?
So if I take that banner off a minute, just start it. So our own form, we played 18, 1, 11 at home, and we got 3 draws and lost 4. Scored 33. But their away form, this is I don't understand about Chesterfield. They've only won 6 of their 18 games away from home.
That's crazy, man.
We've won the most home games in League Two. Chesterfield have drawn the most away games in League Two. Notts County are 7 games since an home draw. You know what? It's going to be a 0-0 now, isn't it?
With us not having a draw in 4 and they're not having a draw in 3, and now we're in that start, yeah, probably it'll be a draw.
Yeah, but we hadn't had a home draw in 7 home games.
Well, yeah, probably bring a ball in now.
Probably.
Let's hope not.
Then we've got this stat. Both teams score like 20 of our games. Chesterfield, 23 of their games. Over 2.5, 18 and 17. Over 1.5, 25 and 27. That moves us on to our favourite referee back from the National League playoff final. And we was talking just before. We had him in the 2-2 draw last season away at Chesterfield. He gave us that penalty.
Yeah.
But he has, you know what? His card stats scary. It is literally scary. So he's had 28 appearances, 109 yellows. 2 double yellows and a red. But he's had 3 red cards. But that is some stat. 109 cards in 28 appearances. That's over 3 yellow cards a game.
Wow.
And
So we know someone's getting a yellow card then.
Yeah, somebody. But we can't afford 2 players to get a yellow card on Saturday. Or say we'll miss the Accrington game. The 10 card rule don't stop applying until after we played the Accrington game week 37. And so here's the scary bit.
Oh no.
If Matthew Dennis gets a booking, we could have no recognised striker against Accrington on the Tuesday night. Because he'd be out for 2 games. Unloved has got 1 more. That'd be his last match suspended.
Yeah.
Or if I don't know, we're not hearing notes about Jata. Oh, we haven't seen him since Fleetwood.
Maybe he'll be on the bench on Saturday, or maybe he'll start. You know.
But that is a scary prospect. Say the yellow card Matt Dennis picked up on Saturday. Can you see him getting through all the 90 minutes against Chesterfield? We are picking up a yellow card.
Really?
And then he'd have to serve a 2-game suspension.
Yeah.
Jacob Badu, he didn't get booked last Saturday, but if he picks one up, he's going to be out for 2 games.
Yeah.
So that's another one. But like we were saying, Kelleroos had 5 cards.
Yeah, that shocked me, you know.
Yeah. Alexander Jata, 5 cards. I think they were all for like celebrating, mostly. I'd say 4 of them was for celebrations.
No, I think Kelly Richards has booked for a couple of times. Time wasting, hasn't he? A couple of times.
I think this is the last time we've seen Jetta. That was his last contribution. Obviously, he played in the side because that was the first half. Second half, he come out. He had that collision with the goalkeeper, and I was trying to find my clip of it, and I couldn't find it on my phone. But since
I don't,
then,
really, I don't really know if that was a tackle that he needed to make, though. Really, from watching
I
it.
don't. Yeah, I totally agree. Was it one he needed to go? Could he have pulled out of it? Possibly, because he got booked as well for that. But he did get up. He did carry on for a few minutes, and then he was sub, weren't it?
Yeah.
So, but this is my side. I'd go against. This is what I picked. So I'll go for Belshaw and go obviously Macari, Platt, Badu. And then gone for Norborn, Palmer. I've gone for Palmer being back in there. And then Cerula and Jones, Iapenda. But then I've gone Bexray and Dennis.
Mm.
And the only reason I've gone for Bexray, I think he's a player you could leave in that game, leave up like midway between, if we're defending a corner or something, or a free kick, you could leave him about 10 yards from the centre circle up there. Say you've got an out ball, or you could play one over the top fast and he can run onto it. That's my thinking about X-ray there. Using in that scenario from the start. Don't say right, you've got to go back and defend, because I don't think that's a part of his game he's good at doing at the moment.
Mm.
But going forward, I think that could be an outlet ball, and we could probably hurt Chesterfield like that.
Yeah.
Possibly. You know what I mean? What do you think of that? Who would you change in that squad? In that my starting 11?
I mean, I think I'd rather have Iapenda in Bexley's position. I mean, no disrespect to Inuru, because I know we haven't been playing a lot, because mostly the last couple of games hasn't really been the games where he could come on and show what he's thinking. So I think I'd rather put Iapenda in that position, move no one up, and maybe put Robertson in that position.
Yeah, but Robinson's out though, isn't he? Yeah, he's out.
What?
He felt. Can't you remember when like
Yeah.
why he weren't like there, and he had that tweak in training when he went to volley a ball.
Well, yeah. Well, now I know.
I do think Bex Frey is sort of like you could use him. You put a ball over the top. He goes and runs onto it. One of their defenders pull him down, and next minute you're playing 10 man.
Yeah, well, I might leave it like that then.
So where we're gonna go? We're gonna go. Yeah, the Colchester Crawley Friday night. What do you reckon the score that was going to be?
Colchester, what? Fleetwood? No,
Crawley, isn't it? Crawley.
Friday night game. It's going to probably be a boring one. 1-1.
I'll go 2-1 Colchester. We got 2 half-12s. Harrogate Salford. I'm going to go 1-0 Harrogate.
I'm going to say, yeah, I'll go 2-1.
We'll leave the Notts one till last. Barnet Newport. I'm going to go 2-1 Barnet.
2-1 Newport.
Barrow's got rid of their manager today as well. So I'm going to go Accrington Stanley 3, Barrow 0.
Wow. I'm going to go 0-0.
Bromley Bristol Rovers. I'm going to go for a 1-1.
2-1 Bristol Rovers.
Cambridge Gillingham. I'm going to go Gillingham to win it 1-0.
Mm, probably go 1-0 Gillingham as well.
Crew Alexander Warsaw. I don't know with this one. Matt Sadler got sacked today. The Crew in and out of
Now.
form again here. You know what? 0-0. Fleet. Yeah, your turn.
Wow, I'll get a skip then. um, go 1-1. 1-1.
Then we've got Fleetwood Tranmere. I'm going to go 2-1 Tranmere.
I go 1-0 Fleetwood.
Because last night, Fleetwood threw away a 2-0 lead, didn't they? Against
Yeah. I
Cheltenham.
mean, that's not the game that I watched. I watched MK Dons, and trust me, MK Dons were impressive.
Yeah, I watched Warsaw, I watched Tottenham, and what other game did I? I had another game on. Newcastle, Barcelona. Then we've got Oldham Athletic Grimsby Town. This is a tough game. This is gonna be an
Yeah.
odd game. Oldham play well at home. They don't concede a lot of goals.
Mm,
You know what?
hard.
I'm gonna go 1-0 Oldham.
I'm going 2-0.
There you got Shrewsbury Town, Cheltenham. I'm gonna go Shrewsbury. You know what? 1-1.
It's a 2-1 Tuesday.
And then Swindon Town, MK Dons. This is a big one at the top of the table. So I'm going to go. Do you do your Shrewsbury Cheltenham?
What do I think it's a 2-1 Tuesday.
This one, it's going to be tough. I'm surprised this one ain't at half 12 as well.
Oh, yeah. Or half back.
Half 5, yeah, half 5. I don't know. MK Dons did look good, really good last night. So, in all honesty, I only can see an MK Dons win, but a draw would be good for everybody else. So, I'm going to go for a 0-0.
Yeah, I mean, going out to MK Dons, I watched them last night. I mean, to be fair, during the month, on the best, but you still have to beat them, don't you? Horses hunt you around. I could say they honestly did beat them by a handful of goals. I mean, there was a mixture of goals, really, as well, weren't it? So,
Yeah.
I thought they could have got a couple of more, you know? So, but this game, it's a different game, different opposition. So you don't know how they're going to play. So, I'll probably go with 2-2 draw. It'll be entertaining.
And then we move on to the big one. The big game at half 12. Notts County against Chesterfield, right? And I think this, if we play like we did against Warsaw, if we start like we did, it's curtains. It's curtains. It is literally curtains, right? So, I don't know. I'm scared because every game now, I think we've got to win. A must win. And that might be a bit dramatic, but losing, you won't be out of it, but it takes a dent. And at this time of the season, if MK Dons win, Cambridge win, then they've got that little bit of a gap. You know what I mean? You can't afford that. You don't want to be playing catch up. We did that last season.
Yeah.
Under Maynard, we did that last season, playing catch up all the time and like hoping for another team to slip up or another team to do you a favor. You can't afford it.
Yeah.
I mean, the question is, can Dennis perform better than he did at Warsaw last week? Do you know what I mean? And I don't know. I'm scared. I am scared for Saturday. So I don't know. Would a draw be good enough? Possibly, but we need all 3 points. You know what I mean? At Chesterfield, I don't know. Their form's shocking, but they always turn up at Meadow Lane. They always turn up.
I found out hearing about Chesterfield when they lost Shrewsbury the other week. Like, they played well, but Shrewsbury just had those 3 shots on target, which they obviously scored from. So I think
Mm.
they are playing well in games, but obviously I don't think they're taking their chances. So
I think, right, and this is personally, I think if we're not 3-0 up at half time, we're not winning that game.
well, I don't think it was going to be Warsaw, but look what happened.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. I just feel that we need to score in the first time. And a lot this season, we struggled at Meadow Lane to score in the first half
Yeah.
or score more than one goal.
Hmm.
Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, it's one of them. I'd take a 2-0 win.
You know what? I'm going to go Manchester 2-1 not. It
Oh,
worked last
2-1.
week. I'm going to stick with it.
Yeah, but I don't like 2-1s. I don't like it when like when you go into like the 90th minute and then like it comes off the bar and Belshaw has to make some miraculously like 3 or 4 different saves in
And
the
we
last
score
few minutes. Yeah, yeah. I don't like them sort of games. What was this club?
yeah, but I'm going to go Manchester 2-1. It worked last week, so let's hope it doesn't work this week.
I do feel like the club should help us a bit there. You know, like with the thing, I know that you don't want to give like an opposition like an insight to what's going off and all this, that, and the other. But he just creates this like vacuum. Chesterfield will score. It's virtually guaranteed, yeah. But I think we need a decent lead in that first half, James. In my opinion, we do. But the other thing scares me as well is Matthew Dennis on 9 cards. Being on 9
Yeah.
cards. And it not reset until after the Accrington game is finished. He's going to be out for 2 games. He gets booked on Saturday. We've got no recognised striker. You know what I mean?
I mean, the one stat on here on Football Planet that I found interesting that Nick Celia has created the most big chances for Notts. That really.
Yeah, but that's been like that for ages, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. It's like,
Because there's one about Dennis. He created, scored the most big chances or something.
Well,
On
there's
that
3 on
side.
here. They've scored 8 goals in the last 5 matches, ranked 3 at home this season, and then obviously that's the real one. And Chesterfield has scored 7 goals in the last 5. Have conceded the most penalties this season, 7, and then Chesterfield have won the previous 2 matches against Notts County.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, yeah. But we haven't got Keller Roos in goal this time.
Oh, I know.
I'm not saying that's the reason we lost on Boxing Day, because I feel like if you look at a Saturday's game against Walsall, that first 60 odd minutes resembled a lot of that Chesterfield game.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
In my opinion, in that first 65 minutes was like Chesterfield. Remember, Walsall had a goal disallowed.
It was like Wimbledon as well, though. Apart
Yeah.
from having a goal disallowed, but it was like Wimbledon as well. Actually, in the league, I want to say much of the playoffs because
I mean, that first half at Walsall, they could hardly clear the ball away.
I know it was like it didn't clear it hard. Like when they did clear it, it was only going to what
To a Walsall player, it weren't going very far. It was very lethargic. It was like they'd been out on the night on a night out the night before.
yeah.
I just think against Chesterfield, you can't do that one bit. You can't.
No.
You can't. You've got to be on at the top of your game straight away. Yeah.
Minute 1 to. I keep saying it because Patterson keeps saying it 90%.
But you got to be on fire from the moment that whistle blows all the way to that end, to the end of
Yeah,
the first half, and then you've got to come out in the second half and do it all again. Last year at home against Chesterfield, and this was the same against Warsaw last year. We're leading 1-0. We come
yeah,
out in the second half. Obviously, different manager.
yeah.
But we choose to like sit back, whatever it is, park the bus, whatever. But he didn't work in any of them two games.
When it nil nil half time.
What the
No, it was nil.
Chesterfield one? Well, it might have been
Uh,
0-0, but we still went 1-0 up, and we still lost the game 2-1. Warsaw, we was 1-0 up at half time, lost the game 2-1. We did that for 2
the two,
seasons in a row.
oh yeah.
And I just feel like if we're going to beat Chesterfield, we need to beat them convincingly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We need, and I think, and I seen a stat on X this week. I forgot to note it down. But since the last few years or something, apart from the playoff final, we've only won 2 games against. I think it was like we only won 2 games against Mansfield and Chesterfield in that time.
Yeah, that's what it was around, right?
And it's like that is pretty shocking. And now you're talking, we've got 11 games left, and I'd say,
I mean, I want to know. I want to ask Christian how we got 11 games left.
yeah, that one as well. But we've got to, you want to be being able to take your foot off the gas towards the end of the season rather than now.
Yeah.
We don't want to be with 4 games to go and go, well, it's mathematically still possible we can get
Awesome.
promoted. You know what I mean? You want to be like, you want to be in them spots and clear. You know what I mean? You don't want to be like, and that's where all the pressure builds up. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's another sellout, isn't it? Anyway, in Chesterfield, like it was
Yeah.
in Grimsby. So you don't fall into that kind of pressure again.
I mean, I don't know. Is it going to be another Grimsby? And that it's going to be the one. No, I'm not saying that we'll lose, but is it going to be that sort of game where whoever takes the chances? You know what I mean?
But
Like
Anthony
a
won
1-0. You know what I mean? Is there going to be more controversy?
it. Yeah.
Because that's the other thing this season. We had 1 red card in the playoffs, so not even in the regular season, we're up to 3.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Look at that yellow card. It could be.
I mean, I just hope Dennis and Badoo don't get booked. I mean, Badoo, you've got sort of cover for that. You know what I mean? You've got McDonald.
Yeah.
So if that one happens, but it's still 2 games, it's still a big loss. Dennis gets booked. Then who you've got? I think Bex Frey is listed as a striker, isn't he? On the
I think
club site.
he's striker as well.
I'm sure he was in the striker part.
And the attackers, isn't it? It would be.
Yeah. I'm going to have a
Good.
look.
JJ is attacking as well.
No, he's in midfield, isn't he? There's a midfield. I'll have a look on club website now. I'm doing that. Sorry about the keyboard if you can hear it. I'm attacking it.
You're not supposed to
I'm
click
sure
on that.
on the squad, it did say team.
Could it bring back my? No, we can't bring back my. My trying on those.
Yeah, Bex Razor is classed as a forward on the club website, not in midfield. I say we would have Bex Ray, but is he fit enough to add to stage? Let me share that. Share screen.
A different kind of
And then we go there. Is it showing? Yeah,
Yep.
it is.
I mean, we've got Luke Brown as well, haven't we? Barry Cotter's still there.
Yeah, but you know who ain't there?
Yeah. Darren Smith.
Yeah, Darren Smith ain't there, is there? On
No.
there. So yeah, so we would have Bex Ray, but Jatta's. I don't know whether he'll be still out or playing or on the bench on Saturday. We don't know. Unlove's definitely out. Dennis is one booking away from a 2-match suspension until after the Accrington game. So, you know what I mean? We've got bare bones in the striker department.
That's why I
And to
should have
be
got another one.
This is James's comment. I did chuckle when I see this. And to be fair, we'd hardly notice a difference if Dennis is suspended. But who are you going to play in that space, though?
Yeah.
Who would you play in that space? If Jatta's still out, you've got Unlove.
Out on it will.
Unlove will be back. What is it? Cheltenham after Accrington. No, Harrogate, isn't it?
No, it's Accrington and Cheltenham.
So he'd be back for the Cheltenham game. The Jatta, he's back whenever. And Dennis could be out for 2 games. I don't know. But I do think though he could get booked on Saturday.
Yeah, he could be.
I mean, I just think he can't. He won't be able to go through a game with Chesterfield and not get booked. I could be wrong. Now Badoo, I could say, well, I've got more confidence in Badoo not getting booked in the next 2 games, but I have Dennis getting booked.
Who knows?
Who knows? We could be out with both of them. But whatever it is, I hope it's a good game. And it's not marred by like some referee controversial decision. You know what I mean?
I know the assistant referees division.
Yes, the thing is, like, assistant referees hardly make a decision now.
Oh yeah, true.
So, do you think in the upcoming Panini Eternity bots, and Marshall says this, and I think this as well, why did they use the same name as they did for the bots as they did for the ladies' football? No, against ladies' football, I like football, women's football as well. But I think they could have named it something different, and I think they could have done better with the autographs, and I think they could have done better with some of the team stuff. Like Jody Jones, right? You've got a moments card, but he's got no autograph in that set.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got Jatta as an autograph, and then you've got Matty Platt as an autograph.
Yeah.
They're the 2 from Notts. But then you look at, say, a club like Newport, they haven't got a single player in this set.
No, I looked at that now, yeah.
And then Marshall says, well, that's because Panini think they're already down. But I don't that's not my personal figure, but if you're gonna do an EFL card set, then you can't exclude teams out of it. It's got to be for everybody, every team.
What's up with Newport? Is it just Newport?
No, there's a few teams what have been left out. But what they could have done is they could have done like, I mean, you've got no Jamie Vardy as a legend.
Wow.
It's a legend one. You've got no Jamie Vardy. You could have had Jamie Vardy in a Fleetwood shirt. You could have had him in a Leicester shirt. You could have had Casper Schmeichel as a Notts legend.
Yeah.
In a Notts shirt. You could have had Grealish as a legend in a Notts shirt.
Why? No, not Ryan. What is his name?
There's ways they could have done it, and they could have done it better. They could have done a League One box. They could have done a Championship box, and then they could have done like a League Two box, which would have made it a bit better. And then they could have done like a Legends of the EFL box.
Yeah,
because this licensing as well. This is what people tend not to understand about it. The licensing goes back. Remember, before the Premier League, the Football League is the EFL. So anything like before the Premier League was there is also covered under that licensing. So there's loads of legends they could have had.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You could have Craig Shaw, you could have had Dean Yates. There's loads of ex-players from loads and loads of clubs.
You could have had.
But short-sighted. But the reason they put like Gareth Bale, really, He's in every sort of football card box going.
Yeah,
You
because
know what I mean?
he'll probably be in the Southampton kit, if I'm correct.
Yeah. But as a signature in Gareth Bale, he's in that many sets and everything else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're gonna get people chasing. Like you think like Alexander Jatta, right? How many people will want Alexander Jatta's autograph?
Well,
So the value to that for an Alexander Jatta is a Notts County fan wanting it, that autograph. But you know
yeah,
what I mean? The Jody Jones moment cards are nice. I like them. Milestone cards, right? They're nice. So that's got like a dual appeal because a lot of Coventry fans still love Jody to bits. So
yeah.
there'll be Coventry fans,
They,
yeah, and Notts fans going after them like cards. Then Matty Platt with the
got
other Notts signature.
Bradford.
You could say, well, Bradford fans want his autograph, or is it just a not sort of chase? Do you
Yeah.
know what I mean? So I don't know. Let us know what you think if you looked at the Panini EFL Eternity box. What do you reckon of it? Do you think they could have done it differently? I do.
Or do you like?
Or do you like it? A lot of people will like it. The price is going to be the price may put some people off as well because once it sells out on Panini, all all the shops what will sell it'll probably double in price. Then you could get it from Panini itself. So that's the other thing. Do you really want to be spending £200, 220, 230 on an EFL box?
Yeah,
That's the other aspect of it. It's with the day and age now is like you can't go and buy a box for near retail recommended retail price now. It's always over that. There was a thing today, and we were just going off onto COD. There was a Marvel box released today from Tops EQL, right? So you had to go into this raffle. It was £195, and all the retailers I've seen are way nearer to £400 now for that same box. It's near
yeah,
enough double in price. I I just don't figure. And then they'll be on eBay for probably double that price. I don't know. The EQL thing is supposed to be like also it gets in the fans' hands and stuff like that, but it don't because half the stuff just ends up on like online auction sites anyway. But you know what I mean? So if you're having to pay near enough double the retail price of it in a secondary market, and there's the sports card shops, and this happens in Pokemon and other things as well, where the price doubles in the local shops as well, but they're getting it for retail. Do you know what I
yeah,
mean?
mm,
They're buying it from the distributor. Like a Pokemon box costs £32 plus VAT. You know what I mean? Harry's like eyes going off on a rant there. But then you'll go on release day and it'll be like £80 in some smaller shops. You know what I mean?
mm.
Right. Saturday's a really good game as well. You know, we'd hopefully County come out with all 3 points. But I think we shall leave that there. That's enough ranting. We're back Sunday morning, 9 p.m. as usual, 9 a.m. as usual. Take care and up the magpies. And thanks for joining, Aaron.
No worries.